Hi, I'd like to start with a little 12-step confession. My name is Jonty, and when I'm 40, I hope I don't want kids. I know what you're thinking, it's too late, because I'm clearly already pregnant. I'm not actually pregnant, I'm just terrified to have children. I'm terrified that I'll be a bad father. I'm terrified that I'll bring into the world a son or a daughter who will suffer, who may choose to live without God, and who will definitely die, and I won't be able to do a damn thing about it. I wish that my reasons were all that noble. They're not. I also just don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of having less time to write, to spend time with my wife. I like having a study, you know. I have a study for the first time, and I feel like if I have a kid, I'll probably have to give it a room, and you know, that kind of thing. It bugs me. And whenever I tell people this, there's a lack of sympathy, which I understand. But the reasons that I've been given are not good. See, I'm not anti having kids. If you have kids, I'm really glad you do. I'm godfather to a few. But I just feel like the reasons that I've been given are weak. And I need a reason to choose to have children, because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I can choose whether or not I have kids. And I want to go through some of the reasons. The first one that guys always tell you is, it's so much fun. You know, you get to buy toys and you get to play with them all the time. And I always think, well, if I wanted toys, I could buy my own toys and I wouldn't have to share them with a child. So to me, that's a kind of, you know, weak-ass reason. There's another one. You'll love them. Well, yes. I mean, if I got a pet iguana, I would probably love them too. That's not a reason to have them. If I got a mistress, I would love her, but nobody's going to tell me to do that. So the fact that I will love these children, and I do hope that I will, that's not a reason to have kids. The other one, this is the most important thing you can do with your life. Now, really, is it the most important thing I can do? Taking care of the kids that you have must be one of the most important things you can do with your life. But tell me, who's ever heard of the name of Graham Greene's children? But you've read Brighton Rock, or you've heard of the movie at least. You know who Graham Greene is. Nelson Mandela's children. Not so much. But Nelson Mandela, they did some important things, depending on how you view important as far as Graham Greene goes. I think he did important things. But maybe their parents, they did an important thing by having children, but you never know. You could have a Graham Greene, you could have a Charles Manson. What is the point of having children because it's the most important thing that you can do? Think about somebody like Mother Teresa. Has her life not been important? Was it not important because she didn't have children? The Pope, you know, all the priests who've never had children. I'm not sure that's a good argument. God wants you to. Does he? Does he want you to? I'm sure he has no problem with it. But Jesus doesn't talk immensely positively about family all the time. He always talks about all the things he says. Don't go and bury your father, come and follow me. You know, the people who are my family, they're the ones who follow me. I'm not sure he's overwhelmingly pro-family in the sense of you must have one. And let's not even get started on the people who can't have children. The argument that I find the most frustrating is, but the thing is, right now you're really selfish. And it's an unselfish thing to do to have children. I've got to say, I'm not sure I buy that. Is it really unselfish to extend your circle from yourself or yourself and your partner to now a few extra people, one extra person? That's not quite the same as fighting injustice on a global scale. It's not the same as adopting. It's not the same as fostering, where you are taking a child that desperately needs a home and you're giving it one. You're actually creating a child that desperately needs a home and then going, hey, I took care of it, I'm so unselfish. You're not unselfish, you're doing the thing that you're supposed to. The thing that really convinces me is the insurance argument. I'm from Africa, okay? I'm still not completely convinced that the NHS is going to survive because it just seems too good to be true. It's been too good to me. And when I'm old, I want somebody to take care of me. More importantly, I'm probably going to die relatively young, well, as young as this is. But my wife is going to be left without me, and I want somebody there to hold her hand when she's sick, to sit by her when she's dying. I want somebody who cares about her that deeply when I'm not here. And that's a good reason to have kids, but again, you can't really guarantee it. You can't really count on it. We know people whose kids live 2 blocks away from them, who never visit them except at Christmas, and even then it's like, you know. And again, maybe I'll be a terrible father, in which case, why would they want to hang out with me or my wife? I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to have children. I'm not even saying that I'm convinced. When I told my wife I was doing this talk, we had a long conversation. It was, it was loud. And basically, I'd just like to say for the record that I haven't made a final decision, and if I do, it'll be made in conjunction with my wife, because that's the way it's supposed to be. I would just say that if I'm going to have kids, if I'm going to choose, and it is a choice, I want to make sure that I'm doing it for a better reason than it's just the next thing that you do with your life. Thanks.